What would you do if your parents tried to steal your $500,000 inheritance, and give it to your sibling, just because they liked them more? This isn't fiction, it's my real story. And the twist that stopped them? No one saw it coming. For as long as I can remember, I was the overlooked child. My younger sister, Amy, was the star of the family. While she got bouncy castles, petting zoos, and lavish parties, I got store-bought cakes and forgotten birthdays. I thought that once we grew up, things would change. But favoritism doesn't fade, it deepens. And eventually, it turned into something far worse, theft. Growing up, Amy got everything, the best clothes, the latest gadgets, and most importantly, my parents' attention. When I won academic awards or earned a spot at a prestigious program, I got polite nods. But when Amy scraped a B+ in her weakest subject, they threw her a celebratory dinner and bought her a brand new phone. This pattern followed us into adulthood. I worked hard, graduated with honors, built a solid career, and even bought my first home by 27. Amy, meanwhile, lived in our parents' basement, working part-time. None of that mattered to them. They still saw her as the one who deserved more. Then came the day everything changed. My grandfather passed away, leaving behind a significant estate, and in his will, he divided it equally among all his grandchildren. My share? $500,000. Enough to clear my student loans, invest in my future, maybe even start my own business. But when my parents saw the will, they pulled me aside and said something that left me stunned. You need to give your share to Amy. She needs it more than you. I reminded them, the will was Grandpa's decision, not mine. But they didn't care. They called me selfish. They guilt-tripped me. Then my father dropped the bombshell. He would interpret Grandpa's true intentions and transfer my entire inheritance to Amy himself. I felt sick. Not just because what they were doing was illegal, but because it proved how little they valued me. Desperate, I reached out to the one person I knew would stand for fairness, my grandmother. When I told her what was happening, she was furious. She revealed something I never knew. Years ago, my parents had already tried to convince Grandpa to leave everything to Amy. But he refused, and added a clause stating anyone who challenged the will would lose their share completely. Grandma immediately contacted the family attorney and my dad's siblings. Together, they made sure the will was executed exactly as Grandpa intended. My father was removed as executor, and I received my full inheritance. My parents were livid. They accused me of betraying the family, turning relatives against them, and proving I only cared about money. But the truth? This wasn't about money. It was about respect, something I had been denied my entire life. For weeks, the house was filled with tension. Shouting matches. Accusations. At one family gathering, my mother even threw an old photo album at my feet, like memories could erase years of neglect, yet something unexpected happened amid the chaos. Amy, my sister, came to me. For the first time, she apologized. She admitted she had always known about the favoritism but was too afraid to speak up. Seeing me fight back made her realize how much damage it had caused us both. Amy made a bold move. She decided to use her inheritance to enroll in college, a choice that shocked everyone, including our parents. She said my courage inspired her to finally take control of her life. And for the first time in years, I felt like we were building a real sibling bond, not one shaped by competition or favoritism, but by mutual respect. Grandma stood by us, sharing stories of how proud Grandpa had been of my achievements, even keeping a scrapbook of every milestone I had reached. That validation? It was worth more than any inheritance. Today, my relationship with my parents is complicated. My mother is slowly coming around, even starting therapy to address the years of bias. My father? He still refuses to see his part in all this. But I've learned a powerful truth: your worth isn't defined by who notices you. It's defined by how you choose to stand up for yourself. Amy and I are closer than ever. I'm using part of my inheritance to fund therapy, invest in my future, and maybe one day open a center to help others who grew up in families like mine. Because no one should feel invisible in their own home. If you've ever felt overlooked or undervalued, let this be your reminder: you don't have to accept it. You can rewrite your story. And sometimes, the twist you need is already waiting for you.